So the biggest mistakes companies make on AI implementation is treating it like a SaaS deployment. But actually, bringing in AI is much more like bringing on an awful lot of almost PhD level new staff. People who are very, very high in knowledge, but lacking in wisdom and experience. And what you've got to do when you adopt AI is bring in that experience about what good looks like, what the process is, and what the outcome is that you want. And set that up well, and AI is geared for success. But get that wrong, and you can meet trouble down the pipe. Easily the biggest challenge that's often overlooked in installing AI is the training angle. The whole point about AI is AI makes people better. So you have to have people that are comfortable using AI. I mean, it's comfortable sort of psychologically, that they feel safe and engaged in bringing it through, but also that they're actually technically able to understand and use the tools that they want. You know, starting with doing great prompting, but moving through to be able to use the tech to a high level. Doesn't have to be difficult, doesn't have to be technical, but people have to be able to be trained and comfortable in understanding what to do. There have been an awful lot of AI projects that are reported as failing, a number of reports on that. And I think that probably the biggest reason is actually not being able to work out what success looks like. If you don't know whether you've succeeded or not, yeah, how can you work out what the success metric was? And that gets reported quite rightly as a failure. And I think that kind of really shows that with the pace of change, companies aren't used to mapping out that process in the right way, from where do you start, what we're trying to achieve, and how do we measure a success. So I think if companies can have that much better plan up front, they'll have an awful lot more success and can report much better timings in future. I think this year has been a year where AI has become real for people in terms of how data has worked. And agents were theoretical last year, but now agents are alive. And you're seeing companies like WPP, like my own business, like Publicis, really kind of leading in on agents. And yet most marketers haven't actually seen or used one. So I actually think that, you know, so whereas now where everyone knows they exist and everyone knows that they're powerful, they haven't been widespread adopted. And I think next year is the year where companies are going to have to start to use those agents more completely, and it's going to become a bigger part of day-to-day life for individual marketers.